Hello and welcome back to Welsh Miniature Boardgamer. Today we're going to have a look at Critical Role's Mighty Nein by SFG. Now I don't know a lot about this channel, but I understand it's a role-playing channel and a big one. So this is their characters from one of their big adventures. So it comes in this box here, nicely packed. You got your 8 miniatures clearly on display so you can see what you're getting. And on the back of it there's some nice pictures of the actual miniatures, so this is really good. They show exactly what you want, so you know what you're buying. I would say the packaging is nice strong cardboard. It came to came to my friend. He's let me borrow it to do this review, all in one piece, and it's one of these nice display ones that you can put up and once you've painted them, put them up and show the miniatures off. So it comes in this vacuum packed plastic to keep them protected, and yeah, they fit nice and snugly in each of their little respective homes. Perhaps when you've painted them you can put them back in here and show them off. So let's have a closer look at the miniatures. So as we go, I'm going to just briefly say my opinion on them. So these are nice looking miniatures. They are made of a very sort of zombicide plastic from Simon. They're all one piece, so there's no gluing or putting together, which is nice. There are a few mold lines, but nothing really to worry about. You could leave them if you're not that worried about them, or you could scrape them off. Either way, it's not a big deal. The detail on the miniatures are really sharp, even down to like this figure who's got like a dent in his armour, and that shows up nice and clearly. They've modelled them in a very lifelike way, so they're not heroic scale, so they haven't got giant heads and hands, whichever, if you like that sort of thing, that's brilliant. If you don't go for them. But personally, I quite like them being realistic, but I don't mind heroic either. The faces, as with all or most one-piece plastic, I find is a little lacking in hard lines. So they're quite smooth, so it makes it slightly more awkward to paint faces when it's a smoother plastic and smoother faces. But apart from that, yeah, they are nice miniatures. Usefulness, I don't know how useful they would be in D&D. There's an awful lot of these demon fawn people, so I don't know how often they pop up in D&D. So, yeah. But because this is based on their characters, I suppose there must have been a lot of demonic people in their games. So, we're on to size comparison. So on the left is a zombicide zombie, and then on the right is an old Empire Fantasy Warhammer miniature, Games Workshop. And as you can see, they work pretty well in the scale, and they would fit in just as easily with either ranges. So yes, the poses aren't that dynamic. They're a little bit static. They're standing there and like posing for a portrait almost. If that bothers you, that might be a problem. It doesn't bother me, but it might bother some people. So in all, I would say these are really nice miniatures. They're well cast, the detail is nice, and generally good miniatures. Like I said, my only downside is their faces aren't that strongly defined, so it might be a bit tricky to paint them. But that's something that you can get around. So until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope to see you again soon. From Welsh Miniature Boardgamer, goodbye.